Yo, hopefully everyone's having a good Thursday. Forgive me, I'm a little under the weather, or maybe it's just these allergies, but it's been bugging me all day. Um, Ryan Garcia, I like Ryan Garcia. I'm a big fan of Ryan Garcia. I just wish he listened to his elders, right? He's the way I look at Ryan Garcia, he's a very young talent, right? And sometimes when you deal with talented people, right, it goes like this. A lot of people in this world are talented. Hell, everyone is talented. There's something you know, that they're interested in and they work very hard in. They do a lot of research. Everyone is talented. Everyone's talented at something. Of course, others are more talented than the others. But Ryan Garcia is a talent. He's got impeccable hand speed, right? He's got a good aura about him. But there is a skill in listening to the elders and soaking up game and wisdom, right? I feel like with Ryan Garcia, he's had maybe up until the Tank Davis fight, he was moving correctly, right? He fought Luke Campbell, was able to knock out Luke Campbell. He beat, I think, Romero Duno. He beat Javier Fortuna. And when he beat these guys, for the majority of the part, except the Luke Campbell fight, it was relatively easy, right? Romero Dunos, apparently Golden Boy wanted to, you know, keep him away from Ryan. Emmanuel Tago, like Canelo. Ryan had been passing his tests. But Oscar had maybe 10 more fighters to spoon feed Ryan Garcia just to get him more confident against fighting Southpaws, right? Because he showed vulnerabilities and flaws against Luke Campbell. But in that fight, at least I saw that Ryan Garcia had the spirit of a fighter, right? He had the will of a fighter. When I remember when Oscar De La Hoya had Victor Ortiz, Victor Ortiz was a very good, athletic, talented individual. And then when he got dropped, or when he was finally put up in a good fight, right, with Marcos Maidana, you knew then and there that Victor Ortiz didn't really have what it takes to become a champion, right? Nobody could deny Victor Ortiz's talent. No, nobody, right? Everybody knew Victor Ortiz in the amateurs. He was fast, strong. He was holding it down. Then he ran into Marcos Maidana. And if you guys have seen that fight or remember it, in the post-fight conference, it was an amazing fight. It was like Chon Cepeda versus Ivan Baranchenko. One guy would knock one dude down. The other guy would knock the other dude down. It was amazing, entertaining bout. Marcos Maidana ended up beating Victor Ortiz, mainly because Victor quit. And in the post-fight presser, right, Victor Ortiz said, I don't know. I'm young. I don't deserve to get hit like this. I have a lot of thinking to do. I don't get that same vibe with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like when Ryan Garcia, all right, he took a knee after a body shot against Tank Davis. But guess who also took a knee on a body shot? Mario Barrios. The same Mario Barrios that fought Keith Thurman after he moved up to welterweight. The same Mario Barrios who just beat your Dennis Ugas. Now, I'm not saying Ryan Garcia is going to be a Mario Barrios, but I'm just saying cut the kid some slack, right? Because when he got beat and he got dropped viciously against Tank Davis in the second round, in a similar fashion that Victor Ortiz when he fought Marcos Maidana, I didn't get the same vibes like Ryan. Ryan didn't say, I don't know, guys. I'm young. I don't deserve to get hit like that. But Victor Ortiz did say that, right? And as we know, like I'm going back to the topic, Ryan Garcia, like Victor Ortiz, are very talented. But what I saw when Luke Campbell dropped Ryan had a smirk. He shook it off. He nodded his head. He's like, hey, respect. You caught me with a good shot. Watch what I can do next. And he was the only one, not Jorge Linares, not Lomachenko. Boom! Left hook to the liver. And Luke Campbell goes down, never got up. That right there, I saw that Ryan could become special, right? But again, just like there are multiple and millions of talented people in the world, Ryan, like those talent, they gotta listen, man. They gotta listen to the elders, because Oscar De La Hoya has been that dude, right? He won a gold medal, multiple divisional weight champion, Hall of Famer, right? Let's just say a billionaire, just for the sake of it. A top tier promotional company. The dude's amazing, Oscar. So he knows what the fuck he's doing. So again, when you have talent and when you are dealing with talented people, you gotta, the way they differentiate themselves is having their ear close to the grindstone. Do they actually appreciate the wisdom that maybe an abuelita will give you, right? Do you listen? And that's the only flaw that I see with Ryan, right? I'm not saying Ryan will be the next Mario Barrios, but I'm saying that he has a certain skill, right? That if he's able to get his mind right, Ryan in a, like, quote unquote, in an alternate universe would be able to beat Tank Davis, right? If had he fought after Javier Fortuna, let's say he fights Jojo Diaz, right? Let's say he fights, I wouldn't say Camarón, but let's say Mercito Gesta, and then William Zepeda. Hell, any lefty that you can think of that Golden Boy has in their stable, had he fought those three fighters, let's say with Mercito Gesta first, as it was scheduled to fight in January, but Ryan pulled out, said, nah, I want to go straight to Tank. I don't want to risk injury. That's a smart way of thinking, but it's not so smart because you need to gain more experience. You look good against Javier Fortuna, but let me see if you can knock out Mercito. Let me see if you can knock out Jojo. If you beat those tests, let's see if you can knock out El Camarón. I like Ryan, man. I'm critical of Ryan. He's very smart. He's very talented. I just wish him the best. Really, I really do. And he's fighting a pretty good fighter, man. Right? I think it's Duarte or Huerta, or yeah, Oscar Duarte Jurado. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I might have seen this guy fight once or twice. Yo, what's going on, Vince? Yup, pulling for Ryan to have a great career. Still hella young, I think. Yeah, man, he's very young. I think he's 24, 25. And I hope that he doesn't leave Oscar De La Hoya. I hope he doesn't leave Oscar De La Hoya, because, you know, Oscar gets a bad rap. Like, people tarnish his name. And a lot of the time it's self-inflicted wounds from Oscar. He does a lot of weird shit, right? But I respect the hell out of Oscar, and a lot of people would respect him as well. And they do respect him. But also, like Ryan, I feel like Oscar doesn't listen. As talented as Oscar is, he's got an eye for talent, right? He knows how to sell fights. He knows how to build up fighters. But Oscar needs to listen as well. As skillful and as smart as Ryan is, same as Oscar, Ryan, like Oscar, they don't like to listen to people, man. You know, they feel like they're above it all. And Oscar needs to understand that, look, man, you can still run the show, just behind the curtain, right? Everyone is bashing De La Hoya about the coca. Yeah, man, I don't really I don't really care if people take drugs, but I do care when they drive under the influence. That's like, man, bro. Like in this day and age, like just take an Uber. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people that drive under the influence. I just don't. It's not hard to get a driver. It's not hard to get call an Uber. It's not hard to call a cousin or a primo, a tío to go pick you up. There really is no excuse. So I hate when Oscar De La Hoya and all these people get like a slap on the wrist, man. Just that's the only topic. Like if you take drugs, peyote, I don't know, LSD, you smoke weed, you drink. I don't care if you do it in your house, like bro, like do you. But I do hate it when they get behind the wheel of a car. That's the only like thing that I dislike, man. Vince says people just like taking shots even if they don't know. Yeah, man. With Oscar, I'm a big fan of Oscar. If I was ever fortunate enough to be a professional boxer or have a relative that would be a professional, I would like to sign with Oscar De La Hoya. But you know, I know Oscar. He knows how to build up his fighters. You know, I don't even know how many countless times that he's helped out Jojo Diaz. Um, and Jojo Diaz has been going through some shit, like in his personal life, right? And Oscar still stayed with him. That's one of the things that like I like about Oscar is yeah, man, he really stays with his people, and then somehow along the way, what? It's not even my phone's not charging, bro. I have the charger on. It's annoying. Damn, bro. I feel like this charger's gonna just be acting up. Hey, Vince, what do you know about Oscar Duarte, the guy that Ryan Garcia is fighting? Like when I look at BoxRec, I know he's 26-1-1, and he's got 21 KOs. But the tuna is ready. Nice. Probably get some of that. But I think I only saw maybe his last two fights against D'Angelo Keys and Alex Martin. But he's good, man. If I remember correctly, unless I'm confusing him, um, because I feel like he just fought like on Camaron's undercard. There was like a güerito, bro, with like colored eyes. Um, and he had a very tough fight with this Mexican guy that had colored hair. I think the guy was having pink hair. Maybe it's a different Duarte. Maybe this is not the one that I'm thinking of. But Oscar De La Hoya had this white fighter. I think he might have been from Texas that just fought on the co-main event. Let me see. Co-main event of William Zepeda versus Mercito Hesta. Let's see. The co-main event. All right, let me see. I'm gonna put undercard because co-main event did it. The complete undercard. All right, so Mercito. All right, William Zepeda, Mercito head. Okay, Victor Morales faces Edwin Palomares. That's who it was. Victor Morales. Victor Morales. Let's see. This. I think I'm confusing my people. Victor Morales. Yeah. So okay, I thought that's who Ryan Garcia was fighting. Victor Morales. So I don't think I've ever seen Oscar Duarte. What? Damn. I can't believe I don't know who that person is. Oscar Duarte versus D'Angelo Keys. Let me see if I remember this John right here. Let me see this. Come on, the zone. Don't. Oh, wow. I don't know, man, but I don't really know about Ryan's next opponent. I probably should do some YouTube research. All I know, man, is like his last 13 fights, they're all been like he's winning by knockout, which is pretty impressive because a lot of people are like talking shit to Ryan Garcia. which doesn't make any sense because this guy, not only does he have a winning record, I actually expected Golden Boy to give Ryan like another Javier Fortuna, like somebody that's getting a little older, like a wear and tear. Honestly, I thought Ryan Garcia was going to fight Jojo Diaz next. Fight Jojo Diaz next just to get back into the flow of things. By the way, that's a tough fight for Ryan. Jojo has a lot of experience, but I do expect Ryan to knock him out with like a body shot. But let me see. Yo, I know I've seen this dude, bro. Duarte, he's hella strong. Like this guy, he's got like the build and physique of Diamantes Stanionis. Like he fights exactly like Stanionis. Yeah, man. Ryan can lose to this dude. This is a very tough fight, man. Like, if I'm Oscar De La Hoya, I would not put Ryan Garcia with Duarte. I would rather just go straight to a Teofimo Lopez fight. Because this guy fights a lot like Stanionis. I don't know if you guys know who Stanionis is, but he's an amazing fighter from like Lithuania, and he was supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz. If you guys go watch that fight versus Butayev, amazing fight. Great fight. And as much as I love Virgil Ortiz, I thought Stanionis was going to knock him out. But yeah, Duarte will beat Ryan Garcia, man. I don't know, man. This is not gonna be an easy. Wow. Credit to Ryan for taking this fight, man. That is insane. I cannot believe he's fighting this dude. Ay, way. That is crazy. That is crazy. What the wow. Yeah, man. I was expecting something easier, man. Ay, way. Fuck. Again, credit to Ryan Garcia, man. I'm not gonna say that he's going to be the next Mario Barrios, right? Because Mario Barrios got dropped a few times by Tank Davis and he got stopped by a body shot, if I'm not mistaken. But again, what I saw in terms of body language when Ryan got dropped by Tank in the second round, he got up. He was hurt, right? And what I saw when he got dropped versus Luke Campbell, that was a defensive flaw, right? Very amateurish, chin up in the air, extending your hands, trying to get out of range. Had he just brought his hands back and he didn't stand up, he would have been fine. But I saw the warrior spirit in Ryan. That's one of the things about Ryan Garcia is that a lot of people, and even Tank Davis has said it himself, he goes, I don't think boxing is for him. These guys should be like a movie star or like a model or anything. Nah, man, Ryan is one of those like good-looking people, good-looking kid that like if you think he's soft and then you fight him, he's gonna check you and then he's gonna steal all the girls. That's Ryan. But I don't know, man. Oscar Duarte will probably, I don't know. I think he'll pull the upset. That dude is really strong. He's a little slow. But he's physically imposing. And I don't know if I trust Derrick James to teach Ryan Garcia properly, man. Because, see, this is an interesting thing about trainers of the year, right? Derrick James won trainer of the year last year or this year. And then, so he has a lot of momentum. The microscope is focused on Derrick James, right? The light beams, the spotlight is on him. And this whole year for Derrick James, starting with Anthony Joshua, starting with Errol Spence, Jermell Charlo, Frank Martin, is not really looking very good for him at all. At all. So I don't know if he's the way I look at it. I'm not trying to shit all over Derrick James. I have respect for Derrick James, but a lot of people could succeed with Errol Spence, right? And you saw how skillful or his tactical approach was against Bud Crawford. There was nothing new under the sun in terms of execution of a game plan, right? And they didn't really make any adjustments. Errol Spence looked terrible. Horrible. Jermell Charlo looked terrible against Canelo Alvarez. It was disgraceful, man. It was not even Frank Martin when he fought that guy Artem Haratunian or something like that. It looked very bad as well. Anthony Joshua, ever since that fight versus damn, I'm sorry guys. I think I'm at the end of this life. I'm just not feeling good at all. But these fucking allergies are killing me, man. I don't know, man. This Cali weather is getting to me. Yeah, man. I'll probably just end in a little bit, man. Duarte, man, you guys gotta look out for him. Like I said, he's like Iamonte Stanionis in terms of his build, and he's gonna give Ryan Garcia a very good fight. The way to beat Duarte would be an uppercut. I don't know if Ryan has an uppercut. I know he's got a left hook. I don't know if Ryan will throw and fight tall with a jab, but I can see Duarte pulling the upset and giving Ryan Garcia a very tough fight. Look, again, man, credit to Ryan Garcia for taking this fight. Oscar Duarte, man, he's going to bring it. And, yeah, man, y'all got to do your research on him because I'm doing it right now as I'm speaking, and I'm very impressed by him. He's a little slow, right? When you look at his skills, you know, he's slower than Sergey Derenchenko. You know, Derenchenko, the same guy that gave Jaime Munguia. I thought he beat Jaime Munguia, but it was a fight of the year earlier this year, like in March. And Duarte possesses, oh, man, I don't know, man. Yo, Vince, if you're still here, go to DAZN on YouTube and then just type in Oscar Duarte versus Mark Bernaldez. And you're going to see that you're going to be impressed by this dude. And you're going to be like, man, this is a very tough fight for Ryan Garcia, especially coming off a loss against Tank Davis. Yeah, this is dangerous, man. I don't know if this is a correct move, but if Duarte is, I'm not saying he'll be a star overnight, but if he's able to beat Ryan Garcia, this is going to be beneficial for Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions to have like another golden egg. But yeah, Vince, I'm just feeling under the weather, man. Yeah, these allergies are killing me. I can't even speak. I can't really find my words. But I'll probably talk about it tomorrow or something like that, man. On that note, have a good night, guys.